Hello and welcome back to Let's Crochet. Today in this video is going to be a square of half crochet. I'm going to put 25 chains on the hook using this wool. It's beige today and it's a double knit, and I'm using my 4mm crochet hook. So let me just count 25 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. "22, 23, 24, 25. And the half crochet is quite a wide stitch. So I'm going to put there's 25 chains on there, and I'm going to put an extra 2. So that's 26, 27. So if you count 2 chains from your hook, 1, 2, and in the 3rd chain back along the row, that's where you put your first half crochet. So you put your wool round the hook, put it into this chain, wrap the wool around the hook, pull it through. You've got 3 stitches on the hook. Pull the wool around the chain, around the hook, pull it through. That's your first half crochet. Excuse me. You put your wool around the hook, put your hook into the chain, wrap the wool around the hook, pull it through, 3 stitches on the chain, 3 stitches on the hook, pull your wool through. Wrap your wool around the hook, put your hook through the loop, grab the wool, pull it through, 3 stitches, grab the wool, pull it through all 3 stitches. Wrap the wool around the hook, put your hook into the chain, wrap the wool around the hook, pull it through, 3 stitches. There's just half crochet. I'll come back to you when I nearly get to the end. I'm near to the end of the row now, so you wrap the wool around the hook, put the hook through the chain, wrap the wool around the hook, pull it through. You've got 3 stitches on your hook, pull it through all 3. Wrap the wool around your hook, put the hook through the loop, wrap the wool around the hook, pull it through the 3 stitches. There's your half double crochet. I'll just have to count these because I'm not sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Just needed to check. So you wrap the wool around the hook, put it through the last chain, grab the wool, pull it through, 3 stitches on the hook and pull the wool through. That's your last half crochet. So you chain 2, 1, 2, turn your work. So you put it in the first chain there. So you wrap the wool around the hook, push it through the chain, and like I've said before, when you've done the second row, you always have 2, so that's the front and that's the back. So wrap the wool around the hook, pull it through, you've got 3 stitches, pull the wool through. Wrap the wool around the hook, put it underneath the chain, grab the wool, 3 stitches on the hook, pull the wool through. Wrap the wool around the hook, put it underneath the chain, wrap the wool around the hook, pull it through, 3 stitches on the hook, pull your wool through. Wrap the wool around the hook, put it under the chain, grab the wool, 3 stitches, wrap the wool around the hook and pull it through the 3 stitches. I'll come back to you when I'm nearly at the end of this row. Right, I'm back nearly at the end of this row. So you wrap your wool around the hook, put it underneath the chain. Like I said, there's the front and back. Make sure you always put it underneath them too. Wrap the wool around the hook, pull it through, you've got 3 stitches, pull them through all 3. Wrap the wool around the hook, put it underneath the chain, wrap the wool around the hook, pull it through, you've got 3 stitches. Wrap the wool around the hook, put it underneath the chain, wrap the wool around the hook, pull it through, 3 stitches, pull it through all 3. Wrap the wool around the hook, make sure that you've got the chain, like I said before, sometimes it's a bit difficult, so you've got the front and the back of the loop. wrap the wool around the hook, pull it through 3 stitches and pull it through all 3, and that's the end of the row. So like I said before, with it being a half crochet, it's quite taller stitch, so that's why it looks like you've done quite a few rows. So I shall do one more row just to show you. So you chain 2, 1, 2, turn your work, wrap the wool around the hook, put it into the first gap underneath the chain, like I said, front and back, wrap the wool around the chain, pull it through 3 stitches, make sure you pull it through all 3, wrap the wool around the hook, put it underneath the chain, pull the wool back through and pull the wool through the 3 stitches, wrap the wool around the hook, put it underneath the chain, pull the wool under the stitch, grab the wool, put it through the 3 stitches, wrap the wool around the hook, put the hook underneath the chain, grab the wool, pull it through 3 stitches, pull it through all 3. I'll come back to you when we get to the end. Right, I'm nearly at the end of the row, so you put the wool around the hook, put it underneath the chain, grab the wool, you've got 3 stitches, pull it through all 3, wrap the wool around the hook, put it underneath the chain, grab the wool, 3 stitches, pull it through all 3. And like I said, always try and make sure you get the last stitch because you don't want a wonky square. So the hook is underneath the chain, wrap the wool around the hook, pull it through 3 stitches, that's your last half crochet, chain 2. It's definitely like a quiver today. I did say my other piece of work looked like a quiver. That's a crisp in the UK. So there you go, that's what it should look like. Turn it that way so you can probably see it a little bit better. I do actually like this stitch. It's nice for a blanket. So I'll come back to you when I get to the finished square. So I'm at the end of the square nearly. I've got a few stitches left. So if you wrap the wool around the hook, put it underneath the chain, grab the wool, pull the wool through the 3 stitches, wrap the wool around the hook, underneath the chain, grab the wool, 3 stitches, grab the wool, put it through all 3 stitches. This is the last one now. Wrap the wool around the hook, put the wool through the chain, pull the wool back through 3 stitches, pull the wool through. Wrap the wool around the hook, put it underneath the chain, like I said before, make sure you've always got 2 front and back, pull the wool through, 3 stitches on the hook, pull the wool through. And there it is. That's the square. We just cut this. Just wrap the wool through and pull it through, and there you go, that's finished. Just move these out of the way, and this wool. So there's your square, your half crochet square. I do actually like this stitch, it's quite nice. So that has got 25 stitches across there and 20 rows. So if you like these videos, please subscribe, and the next one will be the double crochet square. So I'll see you later. Bye.